bullshit.
Hey, everybody. We're going to go into the Inglewood cop shop. Who knows what'll happen in the first minute and 30 seconds on a Regan Benson live stream. But yeah, this is important stuff. So hang tight. Let's let a few people get in here before we go inside. Hey everybody, hey Dubwebs. Hardcore. Lucky225, how you been? Good to see you in here again. Midwest. DR Broden. We're waiting for a mod. There we go. Bokamo, how are ya? Okay, y'all, so here's just a little bit of background. I'm here with my girl Jen. Jen has been, I've known Jen for quite a while. She's part of the homeless community, and she's been working her life, and she's in a situation where she, just did her time for her crime. None of that is relevant to why we're here, except for some pretty bad stuff that went down here with this targeting of her arrest.
Disrespectful cops.
Say that again?
Disrespectful cops.
A little bit beyond disrespectful.
Asshole cops that are disrespectful.
How about, like assaulting you and setting you up with bogus charges and, oh, yeah, we just destroyed your property.
Without notice or anything. It's just a purse and they're going to destroy it.
Uh-huh.
I have all my keys in there, everything. I mean, my ID, my Medicaid card, everything.
Yep.
Can't get any replaced without an ID.
Yep.
Birth certificate's in there to top it all off. I can't get none of that.
And
Got
it's
a handicapped mom and dead father, so I can't use them anymore to go down there and sign for them. I don't know what I'm going to do unless they got more tricks.
Yeah. So.
And on top of it, I'm supposed to fuck my mom.
Uh-huh.
My mom's to fuck off.
And
my handicapped mom.
And who and what?
All over James Gifford. He's a piece of shit.
What cop told you this?
Morris. I believe Morris.
Uh-huh.
Morris.
Morrison.
Morrison. Yes. Correct.
Yes, Morrison. And
That's not
for
right.
those of you that have followed some stories and my channel, Officer Morrison is sitting in court this morning in a motions hearing, and he's testifying, under oath to the honesty of what he and others did to our friend Josh back in October of last year. Look, I could be out here. Yeah, let's go in.
Sorry, I just want to get out of the sun.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, don't stand in there. Listen to me. So we got some business to try to handle, Jez, to try to get some things resolved. And Inglewood is not new to destroying property. So Jen just did 30 days and 35 days for her crimes, and her property, her purse, it didn't go with her to jail. Weird. And then all of a sudden there were some drug charges, and then there weren't. And then she gets out of jail and she has to leave the jail empty-handed without her purse. Inglewood has informed her on a voicemail that they've destroyed her property because that's what they do after 30 days. So let's go figure this one out. And you guys, any of you that follow Inglewood and how they treat anyone that they want to target, we could be here every damn day.
Hi, can I speak to somebody that deals with property, or I went? Yes, correct.
You need some property?
Yes, I do.
And we got Terry. We love our Terry.
Jennifer. J-A.
Hang tight.
It's just my purse. I don't understand why I didn't go out with him to jail. I mean, I just did a whole month of jail.
Because the jail don't keep them. That's why they always come back to the police department. They decline to keep anybody's property. So they let the police department carry the property to their
Terry, is that because she didn't go directly to jail? Is that because she came here first?
No, we always hold the property here. The jail don't want to have any responsibility for the property.
Even for like a wallet or anyone's personal?
So how come they
Wait
don't
a
tell you
minute,
that?
hold on, this is all news to me.
So basically, when we take you to jail, we bring the property back.
Yeah, well, so why didn't the officer
The
say
jail,
that?
the jail don't hold property.
Okay, so what happens if you're in there for like 6 months then? And
Then they'll give you a property letter. So basically, you would have to try to sign off for someone else to pick it up, or you can have them hold it for a certain amount of time.
okay, and then how do you guys handle the situation if you're not given any notice or told or given that letter?
After a certain amount of time, if you don't have somebody pick it up or you don't claim your property, then it gets destroyed.
But I'm saying the officer didn't say anything about that. I never received a letter in jail. I mean, I came straight here the day I got released.
Yeah, they should have given you a property letter. So if
Yeah,
you got
I didn't.
taken to jail, they should have give you a property letter.
Yeah, and the jail keeps track of every piece of mail you get and everything like
Right.
that. So you guys can verify I never got
Right.
that.
Yeah.
No, or they could verify they did send it to you and then the jail never got it to
Right,
you.
right. Either
Because
way, but
Inglewood
they could
always
prove
does their
through
job.
the system some way or another that I never got that letter because my ID
How
was in
long
there.
ago
So
was
it was. I've only been out a few days. I mean, I did 35 days.
We should have that.
Okay,
Want me
okay.
to go
Will you check, please?
Okay, yeah, hang on.
Let's see what they
So I was totally unaware that Arapahoe County won't even let you go with a wallet, an ID, nothing, huh? So your ID was in your purse.
Correct.
And so are they doing an inventory of your property here before
Right,
you
that
went?
was gonna be my next question. Can I see the paper of everything that was in there and everything that they? But she said she's gonna check and see if it's here. So
Okay, but they don't just get to take your property and not inventory it at some juncture.
right, they should. Like she said, they give you a notice. Like, what'd she say that letter was? You could.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of the letter or anything like that. So they should have some
this
kind of
is-
record because I went straight from here to jail. So
This is all news
they
to
take
me.
everything out of your pockets on your way there. So they should know what they handed the sheriff's there.
This is all news to me.
Right, it's pathetic because you know what? I have my social security card in there, my driver's license in there, I
Your
have my
wallet's in
Medicaid card, my food stamp card.
Holy
all this
hell.
shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. My kids' birth certificate's in there.
Holy hell. So where's the inventory of the property they destroyed then?
Yeah, I mean,
So that'll be the next.
jewelry, money. There was money in there. I mean, they're not just gonna destroy that stuff. I mean, come on.
Whoa.
They can pick out baggies out of there that I had jewelry in and try to give me a dope case on.
Uh-huh.
And then what? Pick out what they want and then, yeah, tear the bag up. I mean, it's a small handbag. It's one of those little girly backpacks like Dora wears.
Okay.
It's not a big backpack, but you know, it's a
Right.
little purse looking. It's got 3 pockets on it if you want to count the one on the side. It's a
Right.
little tiny, like, normally you carry my cigarettes in it and my
So-
cell phone and
Tell people what happened during this arrest with Austin Morrison.
as in when he arrested me and said I was in violation of a restraining order
And
I was
then
4
what-
blocks away from where he said that I was at. I have no idea what he was talking about. I told him I was walking down Broadway. I turned into the liquor on Bayard is it Kenyon or Bayard? The street that goes by those apartments right there before Hampton. Or right after Hampton, I'm sorry.
It's Kenyon.
Kenyon, there you
Yeah.
go. Kenyon, there's a liquor store right there that just opened up. I went in there for a 7-Up because it was really hot that day. And I was walking from my mom's to go over there. And this is what happened. This cop rolls up on me, pulls up on the sidewalk, and makes a big old scene. Jennifer, Jennifer, Jennifer. And I didn't feel I was breaking the law, so it took me a minute to look back because they always harass me because of my brother's history is what they say.
Oh, and just remember, Jen is pretty much a native of Inglewood. And for those of you that have listened, I have made numerous comments about how the police department makes sure to stay in contact with the Inglewood natives that they want out of Inglewood. And so, then,
With saying that, how can they even, isn't it a free country? Can't you just,
not here in Inglewood.
Oh,
No, this is tyranny. This whole city. It's
this whole
tyranny.
city right here, I don't know, I feel it's taken my whole life from me.
Yeah.
Pretty much. This is a bunch of stuff I can't replace. My dad's ashes in a necklace.
And she's
My dead son's pictures that I can't replace. I ain't gonna see that kid again. They're on SD cards that I pack. I never let go of those SD cards. My wedding ring from their dad that I was saving for my daughter. I don't wear it because I'm not with him. There's just mad stuff in there that I've cried and cried and cried about for days to the point I've lost my voice and I'm barely getting it back. It's just, I want to know how this works.
And then
I don't
he
know how this is even
proceeded
right.
to punch you in the face. And what happened from...
Yeah, elbow me in the face when
You got
he's done.
arrested was it in August?
At the end of August.
Was it in August?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna print off the property sheet so you can see it.
Uh-huh.
To where whatever went with you in the booking area.
Nothing.
And nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, I do a pad, because I had to beg for one.
Oh,
Starting
wait
my
a
period
minute.
here.
Hold on.
So
This was
Is
at
that
the
the
jail?
thing from the jail?
that went.
Are you talking about the one in the jail when I took
Is
my
this
clothes
it,
off?
Terry? Is that the same thing you have?
Same thing.
That's
the jail
at the
booking.
jail.
That jail one. So this is what they took, and then we brought everything else that couldn't go with you.
That's not true.
So I have the property person, Susan, come out and talk to you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay. Terry, well, when you're done there, did you already call her?
I call Susan now.
Okay.
Talk to her.
So I want to know, I want the case reports.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming,
What is it?
I'm assuming those will be available since she's
7526?
served her time. And then from there,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna want the body cam of that officer.
I'm gonna give you a sort out. And put that's 7526.
Now, remember, y'all, I haven't done records requests for body cam footage because we've given up on Inglewood. We're gonna see if they're doing anything different in how much they're going to cite as,
Hang on 1 second, okay?
sure,
Okay,
no problem.
thank you.
As how much they're going to require
Thank you.
for body cam footage. As you know, in the past, the estimates have been anywhere from $600 to, I think, $1,200. So I did, a few records requests on body cam footage, and I think the total was a little over $2,000. And so we'll see what happens this time.
Not true. That's crazy. I don't know what that means, but it's just. So I should have just got a ticket.
Not necessarily,
Okay.
but they love to. They
Yes.
love to arrest everybody.
Jennifer Jacobs.
That stuff has been destroyed. We only keep it for 30 days.
Okay, but the officer didn't tell me that, and I thought, well, it's not like big luggage, it was just my purse, that it was going out to the county with me. Well, I came here today, I got out of the county, me and my daughter came up here, and I called, they gave us your card, and I called, I don't know if, you guys called back, and my mom's not, but, I left a message, and as soon as I got right up here, came up here with, Regan, and I'm here because I didn't have no notice, I figured it was, like I said, I had my keys in it, had my birth certificate, had everything that could possibly get me down the road. And I just got all that stuff back, and there was no notice that my dad wasn't going out there with me. This lady here, I forget her name, but she said that I was supposed to get a notice or some kind of paper stating that I had this amount of time, right? Correct? That's what she
Yeah,
said.
that's what Terry was saying. Is there a process where
But
you'll have
that's
to,
not right. I mean, it's got my house keys, it's got everything on there.
you'll have to talk to the sergeant, because that's our policy.
Isn't that the sergeant? The guy that arrested me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we only have to keep it for 30 days.
is there a
That's
law?
our policy.
Yeah, is there a law for that? Can you show me the law on that?
It's our policy.
It's just policy, no law.
Okay, so why wasn't
So
it?
you'll have to talk to the sergeant, because as far as I'm concerned, I only have to keep it for 30 days, because we don't have room to keep all the stuff that's left here from the jail, because the jail won't accept it.
Well, as far as human rights, as our resident, shouldn't they tell us every bit of property we're gonna keep here, you have this amount of days?
Well, you need to talk to the sergeant.
I mean, if it's destroyed, it's destroyed.
We'll do that.
You just pick up the phone there and tell
We'll
me
talk
when
to
to talk to the sergeant,
But the
right?
one question, this is done at the jail, even though the property originates here. So who does the inventory here at the PD before her property goes with her? She was brought here on an arrest.
Arapahoe County doesn't take items that.
I understand that. I understand that.
Since when, though? My first husband.
But this is what she went to Arapahoe County with. So who did this property inventory?
And it's the if that's from the Arapahoe County, the people at the jail do that.
Right.
That's what they do.
And so that's what she went there with, after she was already here with
And
her
they probably
property.
refused it.
Okay, so my question is,
Why wasn't I
where
notified?
is there an inventory that was done here at Inglewood PD for the property that she came here with?
They listed in the system.
So can
When
we
they
get
do their
Tara
report and
to
stuff,
be
that you
concerned?
have to talk to records.
So it's in the report?
No, it's records and.
Yeah, we're working on it.
And you'll have to talk to the sergeant about it. There's one on shift right now. Just pick up the phone there and tell me when to talk to the
What
sergeant.
is it gonna replace or solve, really? I mean, I still can't get in my house, I still can't do anything, because all my IDs and, Medicaid card, like he elbowed me here and got an infection when I was in jail, I need to go get my medication for it, I can't even fill my scripts, because I don't got my Medicaid, I don't got my ID, I don't got nothing. So I walk around with an infection here, but I'm not in jail, I'm not getting antibiotic ointment for it, I don't have any money, everything I have is in that bag.
Not her position, she's just explaining property,
I know.
but
Heartless too,
thank you
Mrs.
for listening.
That's just,
I know.
maybe they can do a care package.
So see, this is the unraveling. So she comes here after they arrest her.
Wants me to contact the arresting officer, why would I wanna
No,
contact
she wants you
him?
to, she
That's
wants
what
to talk to a sergeant. She wants to talk to a sergeant right now. But I'm gonna have Terry pull this report, and I'm gonna pay for the report. And whatever you came here with better be in that report. Or we better see some body cam footage of your property being handled, so they can prove that they did their job, because right now, there's a lot of questions, and this is a matter of public interest, because this is not the first time.
So I'm gonna sit in the hospital for 12 hours now because I gotta have my lip looked at.
So,
And they
Jen-
take me to urgent care, but the ID, you want your Medicaid card
He nailed her in the face,
with his elbow.
and embedded her piercing into her face.
Now look, if they got time to have a powwow now. I know.
Well, they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out.
I'm sure, and here we are doing the same thing on the other side of the glass, not having that much backup. But at the same time, what are they trying to cover up? I mean, somebody should just come out and come right to us. They should already have an answer for all this.
Yeah, they should, and they probably do. But we're gonna wait it out. And for those of you that are waiting for me to get arrested, who knows?
But then I can't go to the house where my stuff was with a civil assist, because you gotta make an appointment. They give you the runaround on civil assist, to the point they all threw my stuff out. It's all gone through over there, because it's a crackhead house. I don't know. I probably should say the stuff there. It's the least of
Well,
their
you're not
worries.
going back there,
Where the real
so
crime
that
is the
doesn't.
least of the worries.
Yeah, agreed. My concern is the amount of force that was used on her, the charges that she got hemmed up on.
Tells me I'm being under arrest when I corrected him. He says, okay, well, I'm detaining you. Okay, what are you detaining me on? Violation of a restraining order. Okay, what's the address of the restraining order and where am I being arrested? There is no visual proof. There's nothing. Yeah, it was not at the address. I went to a liquor store to get a pop on that street right there. I get my streets confused, but I was right off of Hampton on Broadway. I wonder if the liquor store guy can even confirm this. It was hot as hell outside. I had no shoes on.
All I'm after is to see that Inglewood did their job. That's it. Just show me you did your job.
Yeah, I destroyed somebody's life again. They sure did.
Yep.
There's so many. There's just...
Is this 526? I'm gonna wait for Terry to get that report, because I need to make sure I got that case number right before I do
honestly
this.
can't read that. I can't.
So we've got this Arapahoe County Detention Facility inmate property inventory. So they're doing inventory at the jail. So the question is Inglewood doing property inventory here at the PD before they take you to the jail? Because she was brought here first. Right?
Correct.
Nope.
Detaining me.
For
After he told me I was already under arrest. Didn't tell me what violation I was doing until I was already thrown up in the car to mind you all. What's the difference between arrest and detained then? I need to know. I would like to know. Where would I find it?
That's a fair question. Yeah, I agree. Why were they detaining you on an investigation hold? What,
Yeah, I
and we
don't
can see
understand.
all
I
this,
wasn't breaking any laws, first of all, for them to come at me.
and we'll see all this in the body cam footage.
I mean, can I seriously pick up a phone and call the cops on somebody I don't like and say, this person's doing this, and they'll just get
Hell
arrested?
yeah, you can.
Well, we in Inglewood.
Hell yeah, you can, right here in Inglewood.
I
And
mean-
it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Now, if you call and say that, no, that's not gonna happen, but if somebody, well, I'll say, like, for instance, if you called and you wanted to have me arrested, that would happen.
But yet, come
Based
check
on
on the
what?
3 people that's laying around, whether they're dead or alive.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 3 people on the ground right now.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
We're doing it.
You are a strong woman.
You know, it's about justice. It's about giving these cops all the opportunity in the world to
To
show
serve and
us,
protect us, right?
yes, to show us what a great job they're doing, and that Austin Morris didn't tell you to go fuck your mother.
Yeah, he sure
Just
did.
like
because I asked to make a
Austin-
simple phone call because I said, all right, going to jail for whatever, I can worry about that later. But my mom is at home by herself right now, and I need to call my little brother and tell him to leave work early to go sit with my handicapped mother that needs help getting up. And he said, fuck your mom, you should have thought about that. Yeah, being an adult, I should have thought about that, but I should at least expected to hear it from an officer telling me like that. I mean, they should
Yeah,
have.
and then this same officer the other day just showed up at the end of the block of
Can't even talk, my lips are-
her mother's house, and so, you
Yesterday,
know.
just yesterday,
Oh,
I
was it
saw his
yesterday?
lovely face. Yeah, he was looking gorgeous. I stared at him just like he stared at me.
Yeah.
I was wondering why he was there. No traffic stop, no nothing, just sitting there, doodling around. Didn't look like he was busy on a computer, nothing, just sitting there. Why would he be posted in my mom's corner? I mean, shouldn't they be out patrolling the area, not babysitting the area? I mean, as far as if that goes,
Well, there's
isn't that
really
stalking,
no, there's,
harassing?
yeah, I mean, there's no crime in Inglewood.
God, this is
It's,
pathetic.
you know, how to get rid of a certain faction
But I have
of the population.
a protection order of this address, and I was nowhere near there, but had I been sitting on the corner, would I have went down for stalking or harassing or violating the restraining order? Or
Yes, you would have.
anybody that calls up and says a normal looking car has been sitting in my corner for an hour, a cop will roll up and say, oh, somebody's concerned that you're stalking or harassing them because they're not familiar with you in the area?
Depends
What do we
on,
do when a cop sits there
yeah,
all
it
day
depends
long?
on how they feel that day.
I don't think this is...
We're really into our feelings here at the Inglewood PD. We're not much into facts. I mean, I dealt with a cop yesterday, and I just called him out for violating his oath, and he took the time to write in his report that I had gotten under his skin.
Yeah, I think the next thing they're gonna do, honestly, I'm gonna say it right here. I know a lot of people watch your stuff. However, I feel as if I'm their next target for a bullet, because that's their easy way out when you start coming with them with all these questions. Because they shot 2 of my friends that I'm aware of right here in Inglewood, no apparent reason, didn't have weapons on them, nothing. All that stuff should be my good friend Cowboy. He was a long time target for them, and he's gone now. They need to pick on somebody else. I'm probably next to kin on that one. Because he was my brother. I miss Cowboy dearly.
Me too.
He was my one and all. Grumpy old guy he was, but... Oh man, Cowboy. He sure did make our world, didn't he?
Yeah, I do.
We can't investigate his stuff. Because he's homeless? Is that what...
Yeah, well, it didn't happen. It happened in freaking Adams County.
And seriously fired the cop that was doing the reports correctly? I watched that.
They had
I
banned,
watched
you
it
know,
over
they
and
had
over.
banned, you know, they had essentially banned Cowboy from being in Inglewood. They gave him all kinds of area restrictions. They banned him from the Civic Center because he fell asleep in a chair outside the library.
Threw him out of the library because we went in. I was with him one time when we got thrown out. We went in, we sat down. Actually, Cowboy likes to read. He grabbed a book,
Yep.
he was reading, he
Yep.
folded it, he left it open and set it right in front of me. I don't care to read, really. I mean, I wasn't into all that, but I go in with Cowboy, you know, so you can rest for a minute, read whatever. A library is a library to relax, right? Read and relax. He was an older guy. Yeah, I think honestly that was a discrimination place, or discrimination
Well, it's still
thing.
going on.
They target him. Oh, you're homeless. You're this. You're this.
Only certain homeless can be in the library. There are certain ones, and if you're friends with the librarians, and they can show that they're helping you and you reciprocate in recognizing what they're doing for you, then you can be allowed in the library in Inglewood.
Yeah, I don't think this is,
Long history.
yeah,
Long history.
to the point enough is enough. I can't do it. I don't even know. I didn't know we got
They're
somebody
having
here
some
before-
big powwow in that room down there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. As soon as we walked up, I saw that was started.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is this a fair go-around? They get it.
You just kind of keep filtering out of the room one by one to look over.
Anything to fuck my mother off right now.
Yep.
I don't know. I just...
Batman Wayne, how are you? Create a society that increases homelessness and make no provision for compassionate care. Bingo, it's the American way. So I did call and check to see if I had a warrant, you guys, before I came in here, but so far I don't, but that doesn't mean anything. So I'm pretty sure, I mean, they're doing the same thing to me that they did on the library exclusion. Oh, here, you can't come in the library anymore because you committed a crime. And then I filed the appeal at the municipal level of their code ordinances. And then lo and behold, right after I filed that appeal, there was a warrant for my arrest. So they're starting that process all over again. Over here at the upstanding Inglewood PD, there's a chief that just went in to that room for their meeting. And so now that I've committed a crime at the city council meeting, they've served me that exclusion. They did that yesterday at that hearing that our friend Aurora was live streaming. We haven't published that interaction with Officer Watts, who got his feelings hurt, but they served me an exclusion. I'm not allowed to go into the city council chambers at all. So, and I can appeal that at the code level while they work with the Inglewood PD to get that other case that they created, get the DA to pick that up, to press charges, to move forward with charges, and then they'll issue the warrant. So that's probably what they're working on right now. See? Because they know we're both here. They're gonna arrest me, send her on her way.
We'll get you out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you did have a warrant, I mean, what is it, misdemeanor? Minor? I mean, is it
Who
stupid?
knows?
It all is stupid.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I mean, it should be, but they throw shit on people and then make you sit in jail, right?
Or they, yeah.
And then eventually, you know, they drop the charges, or you pay, you know, 10 grand to bond yourself out.
Is it me, or do you find these cops to get lazier and lazier too?
Lazier?
Yes, lazy. They're so
Yeah.
lazy.
A tad bit. They're all scurrying back there in their little meeting
back
room. Oh, there's Robbie. There's Robbie Ford in the back.
One
All right, guys, huddle. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about. Okay, break. Yeah.
Are we being
yeah,
ignored or
I
something?
wonder
What's
what's
going
taking so long.
I don't know.
Hi there.
I probably better get to the
I
bathroom first.
gotten a wreck in March.
Take it back.
And
something.
let's see here. Sorry, I'm just looking. It's been a while since I've. Let's see here. So this was just. Well, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Ah, here it is. Okay. So in the original police report, you know, the this one here, the let's see here, the VIN number is correct, but in the official accident report, the VIN number is incorrect. So as such, the DMV isn't letting me get my license back. because they think that the, my insurance is different, right? So we did get an amendment or something added to it, but that wasn't enough. They're just refusing to look at it. So I think we need to
Yeah,
go.
they're up to something.
But aren't they supposed to
Yes.
focus on one thing at a time? How
Yeah,
can they
it's-
take my
it's
thing and push
arresting
me
me.
aside and then arrest you? We're not here to. That's not what we came here for. That's not what was brought to their attention.
Yeah, they don't care.
And who are they trying to check on? You
All
are
right,
standing
thank you.
here. You're not violating the law or breaking the law. Let's just see that you civil rights are going to word on.
They love this idea of jail being their playground. Technically, what they could do is cite and release. Meaning, when they say you're detained, okay, you're detained, you remain silent. They're either going to arrest you or cite you.
Right.
Why would
But
they?
this guy would directly put handcuffs on me, said
No,
I
I
was
know.
being arrested, put me in his car, and said, wait a minute, my buddies went to go check and see if you're lying to me. Okay. But I'm not, you shouldn't put your hands on me, you should not arrest me. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm detaining you.
So what was
Why
the
was I
probable?
standing there, or why was I have to sit in the car?
So the thing is, what was the probable cause for the contact?
I supposedly violated a restraining order.
Yeah. So who?
Okay, I was nowhere near the
who's-
address.
Who said you did? Is the
You
issue?
know, I can't seem to remember this cop, Morrison,
Austin Morrison arrested you.
Morrison.
Any officer can do it though.
Oh,
But yet, he needed no help getting me, and then I gotta go in there with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's cops all around just sitting there watching because
yes.
they're too lazy to get out of their damn car.
Probably dispatch just ask to speak.
I really feel if there was a real officer, and a witness to this,
all
it
right.
would have handled different, really. No, because who I am, because who I am, or what they think. It's okay to treat me like this.
Hey Terry, we got anything on what's available? Do we have anything? I'm sorry? Yeah. Okay.
Keep up to my mom.
Oh, all right, perfect, yeah. And just to make sure, you know, the first time I did it, I guess that maybe that word amend wasn't correct when I was explaining it to you before. It was just this addition or whatever. I mean,
Yeah, you know, sometimes if you say, can you write an amendment report, especially because the DMV isn't even looking at the corrections that we gave you, but they're gonna look at it, if you say amended, it'll be.
okay, got it. Okay, so amended is like the official word to just get this thing straight up changed. Got it. Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Should I be over there picking up that phone, calling somebody?
No, I'm just watching her moves. That's the printer. See, if they can get the DA to create this case on me, then they're just following orders. There was a warrant for your arrest. We're just doing our job.
Well, if they were doing their job, they had that first, because we came in here giving them my name, concerns about me. And they're just here bringing me a ride, you know, helping me out.
Yeah.
You have any type of form of ID,
No, they have everything.
Okay.
otherwise, so go on to the city of Inglewood website,
My face.
request a police report, and in there, it'll say form, and then you can just,
All right. Perfect.
you can just pick up that black book there.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, cool.
I find out what this shit many years.
Interestingly, I just got a text from my neighbor, which isn't in the jurisdiction of Inglewood, that there's 2 Inglewood cops sitting at the end of the block.
Is that stalking? And harassing, just like they did me yesterday.
And as she stopped to get some documentation of that, poof, on. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Random.
Aren't they supposed to be here getting this shit
Interesting.
together?
Very, very
crazy.
interesting. Yeah, it's pretty clear what they're doing.
Well, I am your witness. You did call. There's nothing. I mean, why is your? I don't understand why they're harassed like this. Looks like they're pretty bored. They got not got things to do. What's taking so long? God forbid I take this long to be in jail. Do you want to go to the restroom?
I do, I need to pee, but I don't want to leave you here. I've got to pee.
I can follow you.
Here, no, come with me. Just stand outside the bathroom. Hold this, come on.
Oh, I almost dropped. Oh, shit. Did you get your phone off the counter? I'm sorry, I just saw a phone sitting there.
Hold, say that again?
Did you get your phone off the counter? I saw
Oh,
your
yeah.
phone sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just. No, but- Just want me to stand here outside the restroom?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading.
Do you need to go?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead, I'll wait. Let's give my neighbor a call. Isn't that interesting how I get cited with a crime for not giving my name and, or my address on the record at the city council meeting? So do we have these methods, Terry?
Yes.
I'm gonna have you fill this out, Jennifer.
Okay.
And this report is gonna be $5.
Okay.
Even though it's her case.
Yeah. She's still gotta pay a fee.
And there's a problem that we're trying to resolve. I don't understand. I mean, I don't know if the $5 is in the property. It's-
Well, you technically could get it for free if you went back to the public defenders and got it in discovery,
Yeah.
but
He did it through the discovery. She don't want to.
Well,
I requested for something, the copy.
we need to address this property issue and figure out what happened.
Right.
So
Thank you,
we're not
Ray.
gonna waste.
Did she talk to Susan? Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know if she returned my call or not. I did call down here, leave a message with somebody. I'm not quite sure what the name is. I have the card at home,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just
okay, you just need to
want to know
scribble on that
how they don't have to
and
give you
date it.
notice, or if you didn't get a letter or nothing.
So I want to read this and then we'll
Feel my,
figure out
can't get my scripts, nothing.
what and how we're gonna do this body cam request. Today's the 10th.
Can't get an ID or anything?
No, everything's in that bag.
I mean, perhaps for some strange reason, her memory is failing her and she never had the property.
Yeah.
But that's why we'll get that body cam footage and we'll be able to unravel that situation.
Of the body cam?
Yeah, I was starting to do that.
Here, this just says name and date. Just put your name and date up there.
Okay, what's the date? Oh, yes.
The 10th. Today's the 10th.
Sorry.
10/10.
Did you fill out?
I'm sorry?
Did y'all fill out the body cam?
Not yet. Because I want to make sure it's just that body cam footage that I'm.
Okay, that's not just where.
At the top, you
Oh,
know,
I'm sorry.
date of birth.
You don't have to do all that. If you don't want to, it's totally up to you. I
Date
don't
of
tell
birth?
you what to do.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I can't hardly see it.
Your name's fine.
But yes, I did come in earlier, but I guess just for context, the issue is that, that I need to get my license unsuspended, reinstated. But since that number on the accident report is wrong, they're not,
Here you go.
they're saying.
Terry, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
So as soon as I do this, I'll do this.
Turn it. Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
All right, let's see. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. We'll just keep playing it by ear here.
Oh, is that the report thing?
Holy smokes, look at all the cops involved in this call.
Yeah, I seen.
Look who we've got. We've got Gene Mulder again.
Where did all the cops come? I see one there. I mean, there's a few in the cop cars around, but I didn't see nothing but one. Get out. So how are they involved?
Heidi Bradley supplementing. We've got Austin Morrison, the reporting. We've got Ryan Casper, the sergeant, approving. We've got Matthew Stanley,
And what are these cops doing?
reporting.
Reporting what?
So there's 1, 2, 3 reporting officers.
What are they making a report on? And nobody got out of their car. They don't know nothing. I mean, he threw up code 4. He threw up the number 4 up in the air, and they all drove off.
We got all those cops that we've been questioning all this time. Huh. Go figure.
Amazing, because I want to know what work they did and why their names are on my report when I don't even.
Well, you said there were a bunch of them driving around.
Yeah, driving around, so they have to put that there. I mean, this is just pathetic. But none of them can tell me anything about my property. Not one of them could slip a word about my property.
Yeah.
I do know after he told me to go, basically my mother can fuck off. I know a female came in and then a different guy took me out to Arapahoe County. But there was no questions asked or whatever. The female did put her arm up like push.
So this is what they're saying on this.
Positive on what? What did they say? Okay, so can we hold this up and can I go to the, I could just deal with the DA just directly, right, since cases,
You
and see
you
what they
resolved
tested?
this case.
Right, I resolved it, but there's no drug charge. And there's no drug charge, why? And it's a funny how when I tell them to test the drug, I
You
was
know
willing
why?
to sit in jail for 30 days until it came back. I didn't know how long it takes to come back. I was willing to sit there and in jail, in custody, in their custody.
And that's what you did. And that's
then
why
it disappears.
That's why they dropped it.
Okay, so
That's why
what
they
are they?
dropped
What's
it.
testing positive? And where are these drugs coming from? And why is it not on my paperwork?
That's what we're gonna unravel.
So my property gets destroyed over some.
I
We should
mean,
have to have
where's-
witnesses to this shit. They have everything to this.
Here, right here.
Roger, yeah. That's exactly.
This is what they're saying. This is what they're saying happened.
What?
Who's this?
I didn't go through any of them. That's Chris. But there's another one. There was 3 reports made. Supposedly, this officer told me
So
there was 3.
Officer Stanley is the one that searched your property.
Where's this guy?
Officer Stanley has been under a lot of scrutiny by the public because Officer Stanley shot somebody to death. and
Yes, here in Englewood?
forgot to wear his body cam,
And he emptied his gun out? Yeah.
and nobody
My
saw
friends.
the
That was one of
shooting.
my friends. Well, they show it on the YouTube.
Christopher Martinez.
That's my friend.
Nobody saw the shooting. There were no witnesses to the actual shooting as Officer Stanley shot him to death,
Over a phone call.
and then also could not put his vehicle in park. I mean, he of course was cleared in all of it because it was an accident.
Okay, so there I go through this hell, and just all my friends are ending up dead by these cops. So am I not supposed to think that I'm the next target, really? I mean, and in all God honesty, am I really not? I mean, I'm not gonna give up easy, but however, this is. I'm supposed to have a get somewhere in life, isn't it?
Okay, so
Okay.
these are all their reports. I want.
So if I get my paperwork and there's no drug charge on them, I mean, how do we go about this? Nothing? No, there's no evidence of anything that's been destroyed?
Hold on 1 second. Let me take this phone call. We'll
Is this
pick
why they
this
destroyed
back
my
up.
property? Because they can't prove the drugs?
That's what
That's
you
my
know.
next question right
But
there. I'll never get
Jen
an
in
answer.
jail. That's what your public defender is supposed to be addressing.
Yeah, why didn't you have
Hey,
a real
lady.
public defender?
I'm good. I'm doing a live stream over here at the Inglewood PD. I pick up my phone because I'm here helping another friend from the streets get some information. And I pick up my phone and I see your text, and it seems to be taking them a really long time here to get this report. So what exactly were they doing completely out of their jurisdiction? Any ideas? Black. It's black. They're black. Yes, please. Yeah, I would really, I want to verify that that was Inglewood first. Okay, no, you're fine. We'll talk later. Thanks. Bye. Okay. So we'll address that one in a little bit here. So, Jen, this is part of the problem when you're in jail and you've only got the public defender on your side, right?
Right, but aren't they supposed to come and talk to you in jail, and aren't you supposed to, you know, have a little idea of what's going on or whatever? I find out at pre-trial. I go to one court, I guess that's to find out if you go to get bonded out on a PR bond or whatever, your bond hearing, I guess is what they call it. And then I went to another court, I wouldn't take their offer because I knew I didn't have drugs on me. I know for a fact I didn't have drugs on me. If I had drugs on me, I would eat my shit. I used to use drugs. I'll tell the whole world that. I'm not perfect. I know for a fact I was clean as you could get.
I know.
And
It's,
all honesty, I was not doing anything wrong.
so
And
you
there's no
were-
reason why my shit should be destroyed. And me not notified. Or at least have a fair chance for my daughter to come get it or something.
I agree.
I can't replace this stuff. I don't know how.
We need to
anybody
make
can-
sure, we need to figure out who exactly
Why aren't they out destroying this dude's shit, you know?
was the arresting officer.
It was that nurse.
I don't,
Does the numbers match up with the ones on that paper right there?
yeah, I mean, he gave you this,
But like I said, because me and him had a little yelling match on who's gonna go fuck whose mother could fuck off. Some lady came out and literally put her arm in front of him like that, and he walked off, and I didn't see him again. It was probably
And that happened here in the parking lot of the
in the,
PD.
back there in the holding area.
But-
When they bring you in, is they come
Uh-huh.
in the garage thing, they open up the car door, they bring you in, and then they make you take off your shoes. I want to say maybe take off my shoes and my hoodie. You know, when they wanted my hoodie, well, she just wanted a girl come around the corner and asked for my hoodie. I just ripped it off and gave it to her, let her shake it out. You know, I had to use the restroom, and so I just did whatever it took to go get to the restroom. They closed the door, or when I was taking off my shoes is when he said, okay, you can stand right there for 1 minute while he's opening up the door, and he had a few words to tell me that wasn't very appropriate.
His body cam.
Because
better
I
be
asked
able
to call for somebody to go be with my mom because I was going to jail.
But you're not sure if that was Austin Morrison.
Yes, because, you know, however, I had told him, I said, you know, I appreciate people like you, and I mentioned your name, just your first name, and I said, I respect you, and we need more people out there like you that can go around and correct dipshits like him. And he said, and I said, I'm going to tell her all about my visit. He said, why don't you do that? He spit his full name out there and his badge number and said, why don't I fucking do that? And here we are. I did. I went in all my willpower. I mean, I don't have any money, transportation. And not only that, this jail, I was on me and my mom were really looking through some of this paperwork, and they charge you $20 for a bus ticket?
Yeah.
When it's three,
Yeah.
what is the bus? How in the hell? There's
Yeah,
no fair
that's-
life
I
in this.
know. I'm just trying to figure out what body cam footage I want that's going to show that
How
and.
much do you have to pay for all this?
Oh,
How
yeah,
much
well,
are they?
that's the thing. That's the thing. If they know they've fucked up, we're never getting this body cam footage.
Well, there should be some kind of legal thing that we can fill out and take this back to court and the judge order that we get this, because I didn't even have my fair rights.
There is, Jen, but it would involve me having to go file in district court to challenge the denial that they're gonna give me, because they're gonna cite that this is gonna cost hundreds, it'll be a minimum of probably $250, minimum, if I request one officer's body cam footage. I've documented all this. The city's letting them get away with this. Their city attorney's letting them get away with this. It's on me now to have to correct that and go to the courts. So I'd have to pay a filing fee. That's like $250 anyway to go challenge it. See, so I haven't done any body cam requests in a few months. So that's why I want to do this one. And typically, I would request all of these officers' body cam footage over in Denver. I would get that.
Right.
I would get it all for $25
Right.
because the case is closed, the body cam footage is stored, it's required, there's a retention period that body cam footage has to stay stored when they make an arrest.
Okay.
See, but
And what is
Inglewood, this is why we're here, because they're dirty.
What's a reconsideration? If I was to go down to the courthouse and file and fill out, I don't know, my stepdad was telling me to go do paperwork for reconsideration on the case. Is that possible? I mean, I've done the time away. If I walk away, I don't know.
There
I don't know.
probably is, but I'm not an attorney,
I understand.
and I can't tell you anything.
Right.
So,
I mean, I'm just
the
trying-
most I can tell
I
you.
appreciate your help, you know.
I
understand.
know.
I don't understand half the shit.
Well,
why they're doing
we're trying to get to the bottom of the truth of what, how all this went down. And I know you wouldn't be here if you were being dishonest with me, because you know not to fuck me off.
Jennifer left at the address on foot at East Lehigh. They didn't even got the right address. So I violated what restraining order? I wasn't even there. They don't have the right address where the restraining order is. East Lehigh. I recall it's on
Matthew Stanley wrote that.
I recall that's Sherman Street that I have an
Matthew
address.
Stanley wrote that he watched you do this.
Oh, he was sitting on his job and watched me do this. He should be fired right now. I can't even hold up anymore. You know, I'm
Jen,
sitting here thinking about my
listen.
friends they killed. I gotta.
I know. Just
I gotta
keep
get
it
out of here.
together, because listen, these cops, this is why, you know, it feels hopeless. I get it. I do.
Well, they're back at the fire. I don't know which corner they're gonna arrest me on next or shoot at me next. I should just go smoke a cigarette.
Go ahead. Go do that.
No, I mean, I get it. I walk to the gas station.
Huh?
Pathetic. I don't even want to look at these cops. They're sickening. And I'm gonna go to jail because I have why?
Well, you've got an infected lip
Yeah.
from getting
And
elbowed in the
headache.
face.
Jeez. So should I call? I don't know. Legal service? I don't know.
No, let me.
I don't even want to look at them.
Don't. Let me handle this. If you need to go have a smoke, it's cool.
No, I have to walk to this gas station and grab some real quick. If that's okay. I still remember my name. Or my
Yeah,
mom did.
go get your shit out of my car, and, just bring
I'll
my
bring
keys
yours.
back, and then I'm gonna come pick you up down there. Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you don't need me here, I don't even wanna deal with it.
No,
I mean,
it's
I
fine.
don't wanna deal with it, but it's just, they're brushing us off and giving me the,
It's all right.
they
Let me,
give a shit less, and all we're doing is giving them a good laugh. That's how I think.
yeah. These are real things. This is why I live stream. So you can see it in real time. You know. Every cop involved in this is every single cop that we've been calling out and questioning. That's been caught. That's been caught lying. It does, it feels like it's never going to end. So what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and request everybody's body cam footage on this call and work my way down from there, because I'm going off of their written reports. And I'm gonna determine from this. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cops that either wrote a supplemental or were a reporting officer. So, I mean, we nailed it down that Austin Morrison issued her the citation and brought her here.
Where's all these rules, stipulations, and policies out that we can read so we know?
We have to request them.
Really, request them.
Yeah.
Or them get thrown in our face after it's already too late. But I honestly don't want you to waste all your money on this, and then, or not all your
I'm
money,
not
but you know
gonna
what I mean?
waste
It's
it.
just gonna be,
We're just, Jen, listen, if I can't pay for it, I can't pay for it.
well, I understand, but I mean, it's really just a waste of time, and we're not gonna get nowhere but another fight. But, you know, at least we can put out there publicly
Yeah,
what pieces
exactly.
of shit this place is right here, and they're not out to serve and protect us, and they don't help anybody. If anything, they take your life or ruin it.
And that's what I've been doing, and I might not ever be able to help you.
Yeah, no, you've helped me tremendously. You've helped me
You know?
tremendously. Every time I've seen you, you've helped me tremendously. And like I said, I did the time. Yeah, I appreciate the $5. At least, you know, you get to see the report.
Yeah,
I'm
no, we need to see
more than
this.
willing to let you share that with any and everybody that you have to on your thing. I have nothing to hide. I know what I had on me. I know what I wasn't at the address. I'm briefly looking it over because I'm so disgusted with these cops. I can't even stand here and read it. I'm briefly looking over your shoulder and I saw a street that I wasn't even arrested on, or one that I don't have a restraining order on. I mean, where'd they get that street?
So tell me, are you positive that Alois, that only one cop took you to the jail?
Yeah, and it was nothing like that. Or, yeah, he also, well, he took me to the jail wouldn't accept me without a medical clearance.
And so he took you to the hospital?
Yes, and complaining, well, he wasn't really complaining, I mean, he was very respectful about it, but he was supposed to be off work, and neither one of us understood why I had to have a medical clearance, or why, you know.
Because you went in with a swollen face, and you could have had a head injury.
Right, but I left with nothing, I mean, I'm not saying I'm complaining about it or anything, I mean, it's good that they checked me out, but it was days after, you know, and when, normally if you take a hit to the face, or,
Yeah, that's how bad you
It's-
swelled up immediately.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
did.
obvious that you had visible injuries.
Right, and I'm still dealing with it. I mean, it's been 35, 6, I've been out how many days? What's today? I don't know. I said in there for 35 full hard days, but I wasn't leaving because I know none of this is correct.
And you had interaction with a few, or one or two female cops? Because there's
One.
3 of them on here.
Yeah, I didn't see no 3 female cops nowhere. I saw one here that, you know, that asked me for my hoodie, and after she come around the corner when the cops told me to fuck my mom or go whatever with my money, I can't even see her.
Here we go.
Why don't they hire cops with respect? I mean, don't you?
Here they document that
Oh,
they did have a
Handbag.
purse, handbag, or wallet.
Very
Call-
small item.
They called it a handbag.
Yes.
It was pink and black.
Pink
It
and
was
black,
a
no.
Hilfiger.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's all
And
black.
then you had a black handbag.
They got
So
a
they
Tommy-
documented some of your property.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's-
So they've acknowledged that they had your property.
Okay, so if they're gonna, I mean, did they go through it? What did they destroy? I mean,
They destroyed it.
they had to have pictures to, that's what I think we need on our hands, is the pictures, documentation of what's in the bag.
Yeah.
Because my thing right now is they had my whole life in that bag, and now I'm pretty much fucked because it's destroyed. Doesn't matter how much money we spend, it's like, you know, trying to bring Cowboy or somebody back with his money. We're not gonna get the person back, I'm not gonna get my shit back, but we can put a public out there to let them
Yeah.
know what pieces of shit this place is.
Yeah.
Can we please leave?
You got it? You
Yeah,
want me to meet you
if, I
down
mean,
there?
if you want to stay, I go get my cigarettes, I just wanna bring keys back.
Okay.
I wanna,
So you want me to pick you up down there?
yes, please,
Muffin jug, right?
yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
If I'm not there.
No, you be there. So I'm just continuing to read just the tiniest little details that might tell me more. So who's, this is Matthew Stanley. Officer Morrison, who was on scene at the above address, advised me he had good charges for Jennifer. Here we go, transported Jennifer to EPD, where she was placed in a cell. Matthew Stanley. Yep, and here he goes. Jennifer was in possession of a black backpack-style purse at the time of arrest. In and outside a small zippered pocket, I located a small clear plastic Ziploc-style baggie. The baggie contained a substance which I believe to be consistent with methamphetamine. Substance was later tested for a positive. Inside the main compartment of the backpack, I located another fanny pack. And found some more stuff. The black purse was booked into evidence. The black purse was booked into evidence. And it's since been destroyed? That fast, huh? Yeah. Okay. So let's ask Terry one more question about that. Terry, can I ask you one more question? Can I ask you a question? So in this report written by Matthew Stanley, it says that a black purse was booked into evidence.
Yeah,
So what happened to the evidence in this
we'll
case?
have to ask Susan. Susan was down here, did she ask her about that?
No, because we didn't have this yet. So she started off with just her stuff, and
We'll have to talk to Susan, she's gonna have to talk to the property thing. She's gonna have to talk to Susan.
I mean, certainly you have policy you have policy handy, right, on the handling of evidence?
She'll have to talk to Susan, but she can have. all
Just
that.
Susan?
Did she tell you anything when she came down about how evidence is being taken and when did she destroy it or
Pretty
how
much
long
just,
she keeps it?
she pretty much just told her that it was 30 days because the jail doesn't keep it, and we destroy it after 30 days. She didn't have a response to why she hadn't received notice in the jail that her property was being held and needed to be picked up in 30 days.
So she's saying that they didn't tell her.
Yeah, that's what she maintains, and she said that to Susan, and Susan had nothing to offer on that, so.
I can't explain what took place in the jail and what
Yeah, I know you can't.
the property stuff.
But the evidence, I mean, there's a process, there's policy on destroying evidence for a case, but she's the only one that knows that. So I just want to ask her that one question. I'm not gonna, I don't,
You definitely have her come back down.
thank you, I appreciate it. This whole restraining order thing, you guys, or this protection order thing, think of, if you will, other situations we've talked about with men and how they work with women, if you will, and why they.
You done?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
She said that she already told you guys that you guys can talk to a sergeant.
Yeah, yeah, she did. Okay, well, I'll go call a sergeant,
Okay.
even though she knows the policy of how evidence is handled. Yeah, there's nothing going on here. There's nothing questionable. Everything's cool. We did everything right. But I'm gonna call a sergeant, and he's not gonna come, and so we're gonna leave with no answers again and all of that, so.
Sorry, we couldn't help you out.
Yeah, no, Terry, I understand your position.
For me.
No, I really appreciate it. I am gonna do this body cam request eventually
Yeah,
here.
you got the document?
I do have it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sounds good.
So instead of them calling for someone, they want us to always use dispatch, so it's always documented. Hi, can I talk to a sergeant out here in the lobby? No phone number, but my name is Regan, R-E-G-A-N, last name Benson. And can I get your name? Hi, Brittany. Oh, yeah, no, the specific question is the destruction of property that's held as evidence. What the policies are around that. Thank you. Brittany. I'm gonna try not to get off topic. So it'll be another, who knows how long. They're probably just hopeful that judge is gonna sign that warrant for me at any second. I'm gonna finish filling out this. Hopefully Sergeant Totus is here and he can come out. He's the guy that seems to know and can handle himself. Okay. We got a receiving deputy's name on this inmate property inventory at Arapahoe County Jail. So who sends the letter? You're back.
But yet another wasted trip. I forgot you need identification.
Oh God, she
In
couldn't
the
buy
heat.
cigarettes.
Not that I don't have.
Yeah.
Another wasted trip.
I'm waiting for a sergeant because Jen, they claim that they put your black bag into evidence. And the evidence lady didn't want to come back out here and explain to us how evidence in her evidence room is handled. So,
Amazing how when I say I want to see the evidence they're trying to charge me with, everything comes up missing.
yeah.
That's just pathetic. I don't even feel human when I walk around this place. That won't stand in it.
I know. Well, it'll just be, let's see how long, I'm not gonna wait all day, because
Yeah, you don't-
they're gonna blow me off.
I gotta go back to my mom, and like I said, yeah, they're just gonna blow you off there, you know. It's all right.
Let's give him maybe about 5 minutes. I just made the call a couple minutes ago.
If the shoe was on the other foot, what do you think would really happen? Maybe I should just create this big imagination.
No, laws for thee, not for me. That's how this works. Law enforcement officers are held to the lowest standard
This is what makes
of
criminals.
equal application
You know,
of law.
Yeah, right, correct. This is what
Yeah.
makes criminals. Because
Yeah.
you have no other choice. You know how hard I worked for all that stuff? 2 years it took me to get right there to us, start going forward. But yet we're gonna ban homelessness? Oh, yeah. And ban your freedom and ban everything else. I mean, your freedom of speech, you ban your,
Were they good to you in the jail
I mean,
for your time in there?
for the most part, except for medical, I mean, oh, here's your keys, honey. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, except for the medical part, but I didn't need much in there. It's just in there with a bunch of questions. Why am I here? Is my mom okay? I'm not out to call my daughters around it's not my daughter's problem or responsibilities or me to have to explain charges that they can't prove. Does that make sense? I mean, my kids had to look this up. I mean, even though that they're young adults now, it's nothing they need to see unless I had to, confess to them or whatever. No, it's something I've handled before my kids questioning me, is why I got off the dope. They can test me today for all I give a shit, and it's still no dope. Do I think about it? No. However, I did think about going over to the next local bar, but I don't have ID. Everything's a waste of time. What am I to do now? Go get my tent and sit on a corner until something comes my way again? I'm helpless.
You're gonna
And they're
continue
gonna come
to,
take my tent and give me a ticket again? This is what makes criminal.
I know,
But they're out to help us?
no.
How are they? Yeah, I'm starting to understand a little bit more and more about this.
Jen and I have known each other for a lot of years.
I cleaned up my homeless area.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do to help. I wasn't disrespectful to anybody or anything. We all helped each other. It's the cops that made us.
They want to see you talking, yes.
Oh, I'm
she's-
sorry. I don't know. I'm having a great day. My face is
So,
blistered up because I'm
she's
allergic to
here,
the sun.
but we're not, it does not necessarily have to be right here for you. How about me instead?
There's a crooked field. We should all come and sit right here now quickly. Until we wait for our answers.
Yes, because people like to judge people
Yeah.
without knowledge. Judgment without knowledge. I don't allow it.
Oh, I got some knowledge. They didn't share their little powwow with us, so I just have a little
Hey,
knowledge. I'm just
Ricardo.
outside the
Thank
door.
you.
No threats, no nothing. However, got some phone calls I need to make, and I can't stand waiting for it to run. Sounds like they're laughing it up at her.
Yeah, well, the
think
sergeant's
anything's
gonna
funny.
have to, somebody's gotta tell us how this property notification even works then, because, now that I think about this, I had heard this one time when they were talking about this in a study session about Arapahoe County, and property issues over there.
Regardless, they have to notify you on what they're doing with your stuff, don't they? I mean, it's
Well,
like,
my question, I mean, we have
there's
this.
your buddy.
Hi, Justin, how are you?
Good, Regan, how are you?
I'm good. So I hope you have some answers, because I'm really trying to unravel this for all the right reasons. She didn't get her property, okay? So my number one question right now is, what happens to the destruction of evidence when it's property? She's been out of jail for 4 or 5 days.
Okay,
So she came here to get her property and told it was gone, destroyed after 30 days. There
Okay.
was no notice given to her at the jail that her property was going to be destroyed in 30 days. It was being held here.
is that the whole report?
Well, yeah, this is,
Can I look at it?
yeah. There's documented property right here. She came in with this stuff to you guys. But Stanley says that this bag was entered into evidence. This is his report. Where's the name? Stanley, right here. The black purse was booked into evidence at EPD.
Okay,
So all of her property, including the evidence, is just destroyed that fast?
when was the 30th?
Yeah, this was the arrest date.
So yes, we typically, if it's anything that's, they should have gotten a sheet saying that the evidence, or their property would be destroyed, or
How should they have gotten that?
it should have been issued.
What do you mean?
So there's a form that if she would have got arrested saying, hey, we're taking your property for safekeeping or whatever, that they fill out. And
Who
she should-
fills out?
The officer should give her a copy of that.
And is that kept certainly
It
as a
should-
document?
That's why I asked.
Yeah, we don't have that,
That's why I asked if it was all here, but yes. They should be doing that.
so we don't have that.
But
All we
as far
have-
as evidence stuff, that is mainly based off the district attorney or whoever's filing the case and how long we hold that stuff.
Wow.
But we should be notified, I mean, if we're in custody and we don't.
Well, the issue right
It's not
to
up
me
to
at the
us.
second is how fast even your evidence was destroyed. Even though
Where
you
does it
just,
say that it was destroyed? I'm just
Their
asking.
mounds?
well,
I'm
that's what we're
asking.
being told.
Yeah, out of their
That
mouth.
she can't get, she has no property here at all because it's all been destroyed.
And when I come the day. I
So
got
Regan,
rid
as far as that's concerned, you need to seriously contact our PSB on that. Because that's a complaint, essentially.
You guys
So-
don't respond to any
Well, I don't
of
work
my
upstairs, Regan.
complaints. See, this is just,
I'm on the patrol side and you know that.
yeah.
So
I'm
I don't
just
deal with-
tired
I
of
don't deal
never,
with any of this.
we never get the answers. We never get the answers. So, what I ultimately want to ask you then, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. What are the policies on evidence destruction for the Inglewood Police Department?
That's what I'm saying. Contact PS, they will provide you with all that.
They won't. All right.
What is the case number on that? 7526?
Some days I just want to start crying for other people.
Yeah, I'm
I
fine.
just-
I just my sense, okay, it's not gonna bring me
This is
back.
the case number right here.
Yeah, 7526. Okay. Anything else I can help you with?
No,
Stop trying
thank
to pay
you.
to bring a dead person back, let's go. You fucking shoot people with your hand.
It's never gonna fucking end.
I don't know.
Okay, Terry, I'm just, oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
dude, let's
She's
go.
on the phone.
Let's just leave it.
Let me turn this into Terry real quick.
Okay. I'll be outside before.
Okay, I'll be right there.
I wanna say that's the guy that watched me at home and told me to fuck my brother. His face is very familiar.
That guy?
Yes. When I saw him,
He wasn't involved in your case at all.
his name's not, I was gonna ask him if his name was on
No.
there, because he's the one, because he.
Jen, they all
The
look
officer,
alike.
like, they left me right there, and when another cop went out and got on a call, then that's when I had to take off my shoes, and he says, we're gonna put you in the cell right here, you need to take off your shoes. Then they're bullshitting back and forth. I
They
said,
all
can I
look
please
alike.
just come in?
They
Okay,
all look
I don't know, but, okay, then there's a big problem.
I mean, I'm not saying that it wasn't him.
Yeah, you
I
know,
mean,
but
he
I'm
could
never
have been
gonna forget
standing
it.
there. He's not always the greatest feller on the planet for response. Terry, can I drop this off to you now? Okay, be right there. So I'm just gonna do that for now. No answers, nobody knows anything, and I have to file a complaint per usual and never get a response. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Who are you requesting that?
I am.
Are you?
Oh, let me put my email.
Some stuff, yeah.
Sorry.
And your phone number, so she can call you if there's some type of issue,
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like,
so she can try to email you back.
I don't have my email.
And I'm putting it in their box today.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, thanks, Terry, good to see you. Have a good one. Was anybody filling you in on trying to get a judge to sign a warrant for me? You take care. All right, here we go. Well, we made it out of there with no arrest today, so that's good. So I can at least get Jen back to her mom's. So, yeah, there you go. Well, you know what? We're gonna keep this going. It's sunny out here. Irish Rover made it through the hurricane. You guys probably already talked about that in the chat, huh? Yay. So, fingers crossed for others that may have experienced the harsher results of that hurricane. Michael, is this like being terrorized by the neighborhood bully and then complaining to his big brother? Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it is. Oh, you want to see the arrest? I know, it's so fun to be on YouTube and watching people get arrested, huh? But yeah, you're probably right.
How you doing this morning?
This morning? What do you mean?
I guess it's 3.
Yeah, it's way past this morning. Maybe it's your morning though, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm doing all right. Oh, you're code enforcement for animals, huh?
Mhm.
Parks, yeah,
I'm
okay.
actually the park ranger.
You are the designated park ranger?
Yep.
Just one?
Yep. Only one.
Gotcha. So you and Mark go out on the SUV all the time together, huh?
So now I'm not cool enough to go out with him.
Oh, yeah. Well, consider yourself lucky.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, Jen, let's blow this joint. Okay. Pull that hard. There you go. Let's get some air
Appreciate all
going.
your time and efforts.
Jen, it's not a
Admire and
waste.
adore your.
It's
your
not a
doings.
waste. I mean, you honestly didn't think we were gonna come here and get
Mhm.
results, did you? I mean, we know.
I think we made it a little bit. I mean, at least give us some papers and we didn't have to pull any teeth out or anything. Just-
Well, and that's
Just
easy. That's easy. Terry, like I said, right here, she knows her job. She gives what needs to be given, and she knows her shit. And other people in this place are supposed to know their fucking jobs too, and they don't.
But see how our
I
transaction
refuse to
went
do that.
very peaceful amongst us. Please, thank you. We treat each other. I talked to her how she talked to me, and there was no problem.
Bingo.
We got something soft. But these
No,
other jerks around here.
Yeah.
And who was this guy popping out of the fence out of nowhere? Just like, what, I
He's
mean,
the park ranger.
oh, and
Yeah.
he he's ranging what park here?
I think I probably made Jen more nervous than
No, it's not
need be
nervous.
because I was gonna.
standing there
I'm
for
just
hours
telling her,
waiting for
hey,
one
be
car."
prepared for me to get arrested, Jen, and you're gonna have to want to come.
Okay, I would take the park ranger out for a ride. I mean, you look pretty bored. What the hell? I just pops out of the woodwork nowhere, and I'm trying to figure out how to get a cigarette.
Oh,
Where's
AB,
Megan?
they are working out how to lie. Absolutely.
Yes, they had a couple
It's-
powwows going on.
Yeah, it's absolutely. So,
I feel helpless right now.
yeah. Well, you guys, I am gonna end this. We're fine. If I get pulled over, we'll have to talk about that next time.
We're gonna have a
All right.
rally on Broadway here.
You guys take care.
Thank you. You got some cool people on your streams.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
They